John Hodge coming at you today for 3downnation.com, talking about 5 prospects I think could be mid-round gems in the 2020 CFL draft. We'll start at number 1 with running back Dion Polara out of Waterloo. Polara had almost 1,000 yards and 11 touchdowns for the Warriors this year. The reason I think he'll slip to the mid-rounds of the draft is simply given his position. Not a lot of teams prioritize carrying or utilizing Canadian running backs. Polara, however, is a lot more than just a ball carrier. Growing up in high school in Abbotsford, British Columbia, Polara played on all 3 phases of the ball, including starting at both running back and linebacker. He excelled there enough to receive scholarship offers from Queens and Regina to play strong side linebacker for the Golden Gales and Rams, respectively. Not only is he going to be able to play running back in the CFL and do some of the things you'd want a fullback to do, but he's going to be a playmaker on special teams, especially given that he runs well at 5'11" and 225 pounds. Some teams I think could be a good fit for him: Calgary, Winnipeg, and Hamilton, simply given that they use Canadian running backs a lot. And finally, Ottawa, a team that needs to get better on the offensive side of the ball and could use some better special teams bodies. Number 2, we've got offensive lineman Andrew Becker out of Regina. Reason he'll go in the mid-rounds of the draft? Injuries. Becker missed essentially the entire 2017 season due to injury, and he played just 3 contests in 2019. With that said, he's arguably the most athletic lineman in this draft. He dominated the testing at the East-West Bowl in 2019, and he predicts he would have put up 35 on the bench at the 2020 Combine were it to have gone ahead. He moves well, his film is excellent, and the versatility that he brings as a guy who can start at left guard, center, or right guard is rare. It's rare that guys come out of youth sports being able to start right away at 3 different positions. Becker can do that. He's going to be a good one for whoever gets him in, say, the 3rd or 4th round of the draft. Some teams who need some increased depth along the interior of the offensive line include Edmonton, Saskatchewan, and Toronto. Thirdly, we've got defensive lineman Andrew Spalding out of McGill. Spalding was a one-man wrecking crew in 2019. He put up 13 sacks over his time at McGill, and as a 4th year, won the JP Metros Trophy as the #1 down lineman in U Sports football. Reason I think he'll fall? He doesn't have the best looking body. At 6 feet and 285 pounds, he doesn't have the prototypical physique you might want to see in an interior defender. However, as players have proven in the past, it doesn't matter how you look, it's how you play. And Spalding is a guy who can be impactful as a pass rusher. He can stuff the run. Doesn't matter if you look the part, if you play the part. And Spalding is somebody who I think could be impactful in the CFL. Some teams who might need national defensive tackle help include BC, Calgary, Winnipeg, and Montreal. 4th, we have Bailey Feltmate, linebacker out of Acadia. Feltmate put up 203 tackles over 4 seasons with the Axemen. He predicts he would have run sub 4.7 at the National Combine in March. He's a player who I think could be a day 1 4-teamer competing on specials for a CFL team. He has the size at 6'2", 230 to play middle linebacker, but he also moves well enough to play on the weak side. Reason I think he'll fall? The strength of the linebacking class this year. Between Jordan Williams, Jack Cassar, there's a lot of players at the linebacker position who are going to go in the 1st round, maybe trickle into the 2nd, including, of course, Adam Auclair, the hybrid linebacker and defensive back from Laval. Feltmate's going to go in round 3 or 4, and whoever gets him is going to get a steal, a guy who's going to contribute a lot as a rookie with the potential to develop into a starter. At number 5, we have defensive back Stavros Katz out of the University of British Columbia. There's 2 reasons why I think this defensive back will fall. For one, he tested positive for a performance-enhancing substance following the 2019 CFL Combine, which means he didn't play football last year. That gives some teams pause given the fact that he'll be rusty in 2020. Secondly, he's only 5'9", which means he lacks the prototypical size and length you'd ultimately want in a CFL safety. With that being said, Katz is one of the most productive defenders in the history of Thunderbirds football. He put up 181 tackles and 18 interceptions in 43 career games, meaning he averaged almost half an interception a game. He's an ultimate ball hawk, the kind of game-changing playmaker that any defensive coordinator would covet. He's going to run around on specials as a rookie, and though he lacks size, I think he's going to be one of the most impactful players on the defensive side of the football in this year's draft. Stay tuned to 3 Down Nation for the rest of April as we look forward to bringing you more coverage ahead of the draft. For 3 Down Nation, I'm John Hodge.